That looks cool. This is a simple box to make, whether it's out of wood or PLA. Modeling the box is pretty easy, but reasonably boring looking alone, especially being this one is a chunk of plastic. I added some custom designs to the sides, merely to make it a more interesting final part and a more interesting printing process. Since these designs will be vertical and my printer isn't set to add supports to these particular cavities, I'm curious how well it'll build some of the designs. So gonna try to find out. Before printing the final version, I printed a few pieces mainly to see if designing face-to-face or a gap was a better idea. The face-to-face version is pretty violent to take apart, meaning if I put anything inside, it would just go flying at the end, and I didn't like that. So 0.4 millimeters of gap was the next, and that was pretty loose. It came apart really easily, almost where you could just shake them apart, see the gap at it. Didn't like that much at all. The next model was 0.2 millimeters of gap. That one came apart pretty easily, but still had some friction to hold it together. That version was what I modeled the final part to.
Trying to finish in my career and hanging my suit up. Looking back, was the most memorable race.
And here's the final product. Looks pretty good. The design's all held up, even if some of the sections could have fared a bit better with some support. The two pieces fit together nicely considering the face-to-face issue we talked about earlier. If I was to build this part again, I'd make it a bit larger and decrease the wall size, just since the inside is small and you can't fit too much in it. But because of that, I'm going to leave it as a puzzle and plan to take this to work and watch my coworkers figure it out. It's going to be a fun week. Here's a tip for printing if you want to design in a gap. It's not the end of the world if you don't design it perfectly in the beginning, because what you can do is, since this is plastic, you can heat the part up a bit at the end if it doesn't fit perfectly. After you heat it up, it'll be moldable, molded into the position you want, and you compress the two sides, and then it will harden in the position you want it to.